Hare Krishna, dear devotees. One is seek the blessings of Radha Mother, Brother Shamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Gonita, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, Lord Shiva, Mahadev, and the some devotees. Today is Maha Shivratri, a very special day because Shivratri occurs every month on the 14th day of the waning moon. But Maha Shivratri happens once a year. Well, some people say twice a year. Shivites will tell you why twice a year. Shivratri means the great night of Lord Shiva. On this day, Shaivites, followers of Lord Shiva, fast, well, Vaishnavas fast as well, and celebrate all night by prayers to Lord Shiva in order to obtain their desires, unfortunately, which are mostly material. Vaishnavas worship Lord Shiva on this day in order to receive his blessings to become a better devotee of Lord Krishna, Vishnu. So Lord Shiva is actually a very, very important person, very important personality. He's not different from Krishna in one sense, but when he's in touch with this material world, he turns into Shiva. Mahashivratri is celebrated for many reasons. The appearance of Shiva, when he also drank the poisonous negativity to protect the world from the, when they were churning the ocean of nectar. The night is also when Shiva performs the heavenly dance of creation, preservation, and destruction, and the night when Shiva and Parvati got married.
Sorry, probably before that, can you repeat it?
The four of them. So Shiva's appearance, also when he drank the poison from when they were churning the ocean.
Yeah.
And then we have the night when he dances, performs the heavenly dance of creation, preservation, and destruction. And when he got married to Parvati.
Okay.
So all these reasons.
So the dance, is it the Tandav, is it? No.
The what?
They say they call it Tandav. I don't.
I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I'm not sure about that. Sorry, yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. So Lord Krishna is identified by Guru Sadhu Shastra as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the source of all material and spiritual worlds. So this is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita by Krishna himself, 10.8. When Krishna wants to be in touch with this material world, he transforms into Lord Shiva. The Lord's glance wakes up material nature. So Lord Shiva is the same as Lord Krishna, but at the same time different, just like milk and yogurt. Although milk and yogurt are essentially the same, however, yogurt is the product of milk. One can use milk to make ghee, cheese, ice cream, or yogurt, but one cannot turn yogurt back into milk. So the difference is when Krishna wants to touch this world, he becomes Shiva. So theologically, Shiva is both God and yet different from God as well. So it's very hard to understand Lord Shiva. Very, very tough to understand Shiva Tattva. Because of Shiva's intimate contact with the material world and especially the quality of ignorance. So it's not that Shiva is ignorant, but he's in charge of ignorance. The souls in this world may not receive the same spiritual restoration by worshipping him as by worshipping Vishnu. Yeah. However, Lord Shiva holds the keys to leave this material world, and Lord Krishna holds the keys for the souls to enter the spiritual world. This is very interesting. Lord Shiva's devotees are of three types: the ghosts, hoblings, and demons. And hang on, where's the other bit gone? Sorry. The yogis, the pasvis, and those who want material possessions. So three types of devotees. And this is the verse, which is the confirmation about Lord Shiva's position. Shiram yatha dadivikara vishesha yoga sanjayate nai tatha patagastu hetu yas yasambhutam api tatha samupaiti karya govindamadi purusham tamam bhajami. Just as milk is transformed into curd by the actions of acids, but yet the effect curd is neither the same as nor different from its cause, i.e. milk. So I adore the primeval Lord, of whom the state of Shambhu is of transformation for the performance of work of destruction. So it's really phenomenal verse in the Brahma Samhita describing Shiva. Lord Shiva is superior to Brahma, who is an empowered soul like us, or is the ordinary soul, sorry, but is empowered. But Lord Shiva is not quite on the same level as Lord Vishnu. So this idea of the differences between Jiva, Shiva, and Vishnu. 50 qualities are attributed to Brahma. And when those 50 qualities are manifest in full, that is Lord Brahma. So we are little Brahma, little Jiva. Add another 5 to Jiva's qualities is Lord Shiva. Add another 5 to Shiva's qualities is Lord Vishnu. Add another 4 to Vishnu, and we have 64 qualities of Krishna. It is therefore said that Lord Shiva is a unique living being who merits his own category known as Shiva Tattva. Shiva has his abode in Mount Kailash, and beyond this world, his abode is known as Shivlok, between the material world and Vaikuntha. Lord Shiva is one of the Gunavatars in charge of the mode of ignorance and destroys the universe at the appropriate time. Lord Shambhu Shiva is regarded as the greatest amongst the devotees of Lord Vishnu. Vaishnavram Yatha Shambhu. This is from the 12th canto, 13th chapter, 16th verse of Bhagavatam. So, what's all this about? That's right. So, from Krishna, we have all these different incarnations. Finally, we come to Mahavishnu, who is here, who, when he breathes out, millions of universes come out of the pores of his skin. And one of his breaths is equal to 311 trillion 40 billion years. This is the greatness of God. And in every single universe, he again manifests as Garbhadakshay Vishnu. And in every single universe comes Brahma, and also Lord Shiva is present. So here's Shivlok, in between Brahmajyoti and the above the Brahmajyoti, but below the Vaikuntha planets. He has many names, Sadashiva. Original form which resides between material and spiritual. Shambhu, auspicious. Shiva also means auspicious. Nataraj, the king of dancers. Rudra, enraged form of Shiva. Dakshinamurti, yoga form of Shiva. Vishwanath, Lord of the universe. Mahadev, chief of the demigods. Shankar, giver of knowledge. Nilkant, blue thought. Bolanath, simple. Ashutosh, easily pleased. He's got more names than that, but these are the famous ones. Lord Shiva is amongst the most widely worshipped deity in India. The most popular form of worshipping Lord Shiva is the Lingam form, which is known as Shivling, Jyotirling. The Shiv Puran describes the origin of the Lingam as the beginningless and endless cosmic pillar, stamba of fire, the cause of all causes. The 12 main major Jyotirlings are in Varanasi, Somnath. There's 12 of them. These are the 2 places that they are there. And they are visited very often. Varanasi is considered to be the city, especially loved by Shiva, and is one of the holiest places of pilgrimage in Bharat. Often, his worshippers pray to Lord Shiva to gain material wealth, almost like a business transaction. That's not selfless devotion. According to Vaishnavas, the authorized method of worship of Shiva is described by the Rudra Sampradaya, also known as the Vishnu Swami Sampradaya, an authorized Vaishnav lineage started by Shiva himself, in which Shiva is worshipped as the greatest devotee of Vishnu. Shiva is bathed with milk and belpatra leaves. What are his qualities? He's very compassionate, gives shelter to those everyone else has rejected. He's very kind, humble, because he's the gatekeeper of many holy places. He's easily pleased, known as Ashutosh, very peaceful, constantly meditating on the Lord. He's impartial, sees good in others, ignoring the bad qualities. Even Lord Ram worshipped Lord Shiva because Shiva is his very dear devotee. The greatest devotee of Lord Krishna, Vaishnav Nam Yatha Shambhu, special relationship with Lord Krishna. Shiva holds the keys to get us out of the material world. Krishna holds the keys to get us into the material world. As he also came as Shankaracharya a few hundred years ago. There are 12 great authorities in preaching God conscious. Shiva is one of them. He's one of the Mahajans, 12 Mahajans. His disciplic succession is also known as Vishnu Swami Sampradaya, also known as Vallabhacharya Sampradaya. The current Brahma Sampradaya is known as the Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya, which is what ISKCON belongs to. Lord Shiva appears as Sankaracharya in 686 AD to preach Mayavad philosophy in order to counteract Buddhism. However, at the end of his preaching in the form of Sankaracharya, he preached the Vaishnava philosophy. Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Mudha Mate. You fool, worship Govind, worship Govind, worship Govind. And in fact, Sankaracharya has written great bhajans which Karuna has sung in glorification of Krishna. Many pastimes, Lord Shiva. He appears in the world due to the anger of Lord Shiva, of Lord Brahma. So when Lord Brahma started creating the world, he created the four Kumaras who immediately took to Brahmachari ashram. And that made Lord Brahma very angry. And from that anger came Rudra, one of the forms of Shiva. Shiva is also married to Parvati and has two sons called Ganesh and Kartikeya. Ganga received on Lord Shiva's head when she flowed from the spiritual world. So this was Bhagirath who called Ganga to come and save his ancestors. And Ganga wouldn't come because it would have really caused a chaos on earth. But then Lord Shiva saved the day. It said, yes, you can fall on my head. Lord Brahm also worshipped Shivling before crossing into Lanka. So this is very incredible. The Lord himself worships his own devotee. He wanted to take his permission before killing his devotee Ravan. Lord Shiva is so incredible. He gives shelter to the crazy guys as well. In Krishna Lila, Lord Shiva came to a darshan of baby Krishna. Yashoda Mai wouldn't allow him in. See the power of Yashoda Mai. She wouldn't even allow Lord Shiva inside to see Lord Krishna because he looked a little crazy. He had ashes all over him. He had some skulls around his neck. Mother Yashoda thought, wow, who's this guy? But then later on, Lord Krishna started crying because he was a little baby. He started crying, and they realized, this person needs to see the Lord, have darshan of the Lord. Lord Shiva was allowed to enter into that Ras Lila as Gopeshwar. I don't know if I got a picture of that actually. No. Very nice pictures there of that. Anyway, I haven't got it. As Advaitacharya, Advaitacharya is Sadashiva and Mahavishnu combined. He forced Lord Chaitanya to appear on earth. Lord Chaitanya met Lord Shiva and spent 3 days together in Kailash. And the pastime with Mohini Murti, because when Shiva saw this beautiful form of Krishna as Mohini Murti, he got aroused. And Bhagavatam discusses the pastime with Daksha and the Pachapachetas, as we have discussed many times. Okay, Shiva glorifies the name of Ram. At Kashi, so Shiva explains to Parvati, at Kashi, when somebody dies, they're liberated. Kashi is Varanasi or Banaras. So many people go there to die. Lord Shiva explains that because he always chants the name of Ram and Vayu spreads the name everywhere in Kashi, people are liberated. Ganesh is worshipped first before any auspicious activity because he won the race among the demigods by circumambulating Ram's name 3 times. And this is really incredible. Their family It's such an amazing family. Parvati's carrier is the lion or the tiger, who's always against the bull, of course, natural enemy of the bull. Ganesh's carrier is a mouse, and Shiva has snakes around his neck. The snakes eat mice. Kartikeya is a peacock, and peacocks eat snakes. Yet they never fight because Shiva is always taking the name of Ram. So what's the difference between the worshippers of Shiva and Vishnu? Shaivites wear tilak across the forehead. Vaishnavas wear it differently. Shaivites believe the world is an illusion, but Vaishnavas believe that the world is actually real. It's not illusion, but it's temporary. Shaivites study Shiv Puran. Vaishnavas study Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad Puran. Shaivites believe that God has no form. They can merge with God. Vaishnavas believe that the ultimate form of God is personal. We are God's servants. Some Shaivites smoke bhanga and cover themselves in ashes, but Vaishnavas follow the four rules or regulatory principles. So how do Vaishnavas observe Shivratri? They advise that we honor Shiva as greatest devotee. Nanda Baba and the Brijvasis would sometimes go to a temple in Gujarat to observe Maha Shivratri. Their mood was to pray for the welfare of Krishna, pray to be more attached to Krishna. Similarly, gopis would approach Katyani Devi and Lord Shiva to have Krishna as their husband. Srila Prabhupada approved the worship of Shiva in the right mood, not as God, but as devotee. Advaita Acharya is an incarnation of Shiva, and as member of the Panchatattva, we worship daily. Fasting on Mahashivratri is optional. Some do Ekadashi fast. So that was what I wanted to share. Any questions, any comments? Very interesting, Lord Shiva. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. You say Lord Shiva is in charge of ignorance.
Mm.
I don't. Does that mean because of him people are in
Yes.
ignorance?
Yes. That's basically it. If you go to him for money, he won't distract you from that illusion. He'll give it. So he'll put you in more ignorance. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. So,
So that
when he
everything.
did.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, go on.
Everything people ask, he gives, so that he puts
Yes,
them in.
that's it. Ashutosh. He's known as. And like, that demon who wanted whoever his head touches, he wanted that person's head to blow up. Shiva said, no problem. So he just give. He just give. In one sense, he's very kind, but in another sense, that kindness can ruin somebody because that person remains in ignorance because he's in charge of ignorance. So he's going to keep them in ignorance. No problem.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. I understand now. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else?
Oh,
Yes.
yes. There is one. The story goes like, um, Shiva once there was a competition between Brahmaji and
Mm.
Lord Narayan to know who is the greatest among them.
Mm.
So then there was a linga who appeared, and then Lord Narayan and Brahma had to see uh, the beginning and the end of the linga.
Oh, really?
So one went up above in the sky, and another one went down to see whether they can see the end or the beginning, but they couldn't.
Mm.
So that's why it is said that Shiv is the greatest among the Trinity. So, do you
Mm.
know anything about that? Is it true
No,
or
I haven't come across that story. Very interesting, though. Yeah, very interesting.
this story always it's always a question in my mind where it comes from. But the
Mm.
devotees of Lord Shiva, they always
Right.
they relate this story to say that Shiva is the greatest.
Right. Well, sometimes,
Uh,
Lord Narayan or Lord Vishnu, they play along. And sometimes Lord Vishnu takes the role of a demigod, He's not, we know that. But
Hmm.
he takes that role. And so he may well behave in that role in that particular way. Yes,
Yeah.
that is possible. But it doesn't necessarily mean that Vishnu is subordinate to Shiva. No.
Yeah.
But
I know they make it like that even in the serial. They make it
yes, they do.
seems as if Lord
Yeah.
Shiva is supreme. Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't really argue with that. I mean, I would, if there was a opportunity to counteract it, I would. But if there's no opportunity, Shiva is such an amazing person. If you think he's God, who am I to stop you from thinking that? Unless there's an opportunity to explain. Look, actually, this is what Brahma Samhita explains, and otherwise, I wouldn't disturb those devotees. Because Lord Shiva will take care of them. So, who are we to
Hare,
get in the way? Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. What Arupiruna Mataji said is right. It does come in one of the books that
Right.
Narayan said, I am big, and other Prabhuji said, I am big. And Shiva said, look, this is a ling, and go and find the end of it. So one went up and one went in the ground, but they never found the end.
Right.
God Shiva is, what we say, God Shiva is high. He's the main. But when you're doing this reading of Krishna, then you just say Krishna is more to pray for him than Lord Shiva.
Yes, because actually Krishna's position is like Ishwara Parama Krishna. He's the highest. And when he wants to touch this world, he transforms into Shiva. So just like આપણે દૂધ હોય ને, દૂધમાં થોડું દહીં કરીએ નાખીએ તો ઈ દહીં બની જાય, right? મોડ નાખે તો દહીં બની જાય. કૃષ્ણ ને એડ કરી આ મટીરિયલ વર્લ્ડ તો શિવા બની જાય. એટલે મિલ્ક ને યોગર્ટ આમ તો સેમ જ, પણ આમ જુદું છે.
નામ જુદા.
નામ જુદા ને આમે જુદું, કેમકે દૂધ ને યોગર્ટ is completely different. But it's the same thing as well. It's a milk product.
Milk powder,
Dairy product. So yeah, it's Shiva Tattva is very hard to understand. Very hard.
Yeah, and even as you are telling, when we read all different names, the bhakti all the time, that's where we get confused, that which one we go and believe, or which one we go and pray.
Yes, especially if you're listening to so many different types of philosophy, it becomes very hard.
Philosophy books reading.
Yes. You have
all
to be
the
careful.
Puran.
Yes, you have to be careful what you read.
Yes.
Who you listen to. Yeah,
yes.
for sure.
Anyway, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
And happy Shivratri.
Happy
and
Shivratri.
I have to tell you one thing. Today is my father's, because my father died on Shivratri day.
Okay. Wow.
And today is 64th Punya Tithi. So it's nearly 64 years ago he passed away on this day.
64 years ago he passed away. Wow.
So he was 37 when he died.
Oh my goodness. Okay, he was young, and you were young as well.
Yeah, I was like 9.
My goodness. Oh no.
Yeah, but my mom lived long. My mommy was 85 when she died. But she survived with the 5 children. But anyway, I won't talk too much about it.
No.
I'll just remind them.
No, thank you.
Yeah, God give them where they are, peace.
Yeah, of course. But what's his name? Father Nam?
Lalji Bhai Wader,
Okay.
and my mother nu naam Jamna Ben Wader.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very good. Okay. Thank you. Anything else? Anybody else?
Prabhu, I just wanted to share something.
Yes.
When
of course.
when we went to India, we went to a place near Calcutta. There was a shivling there,
Right.
and they say it has no beginning. And from the story I heard is that before it was a forest there, and there was a king. All his cows used to go and give milk there on that shivling.
Wow.
Then one day they followed the cows, and that way they found out there was the shivling, and they said there is no beginning
Okay.
for shivling. So they have covered this very special place, very special. Yeah,
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that.
That's all.
Thank you very much. And that's in Calcutta.
Calcutta, near Calcutta, Prabhu, I can't remember. We even stayed there. Beautiful place, very auspicious place. Yeah,
Okay.
can't remember the name. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Very interesting.
Bye.
All right. Let's make a stop there. Maha Shivratri ki jai.